Hello and welcome to Pantherkitty's guide. In this guide we're going to learn how to tank using the dungeon finder to find a group to run Deadmines. Banana Chalk has the standard BOA gear equipped, nothing fancy like Pantherkitty. As we head in, pick up any available quests you might have. Once we have accepted the quests, we head out, ensure to cast Rejuvenate on ourselves before every battle. One of the first things to notice is the mining powder. When destroyed, they explode, dealing significant damage to nearby enemies and can stun them for 2 seconds. So round up all of the enemies in the corridor and place them near the mining powder. Take the time to loot as there are many items here that can be valuable. Keep right and pull every mob up to the boss, then drag them back to loot. To give you an idea on how much things are worth, I'll be jotting these down as we go through. If you need an item that is BOE, it will soulbound to you, meaning you can no longer sell or trade to others. The first boss in Deadmines has 2 phases which transitions at 50% health. As a tank we want to position the boss to face away from the party so the DPS can avoid the Fist of Flame which can knock back our members and Fist of Frost which can slow them down. If we are unable to get the boss to 50% quickly, they can blink like a mage which will drop all threat and target one of our party members. Be quick on the taunt and the mangle to get this threat back. When the boss is at 50% health, they will port to the middle of the room. There, you'll either be in front or behind the boss. Watch the colourful light show as we kill them. If you're not quick enough, they will summon a firewall around them, which needs to be avoided. The DPS and the heals need to be standing behind the boss during phase 1, and either in front or behind the boss during phase 2. Heading through the next corridor, take the first left to check out a chest. If there is a chest and it is not locked, kill what you have pulled, loot and continue through. In order to open the chest, we first must be out of combat. Keep an eye out for any members who didn't see you take that left, heal them up with Rejuvenate and power through and open the door. With this amount of mobs, be sure to use Savage Defense. Beyond this door houses the second boss. Pick up all the mobs within, as well as the boss, and drag them to the middle of the room. There are 2 phases to this fight. In the first phase, he will throw sticky bombs out, don't stand near them. He will also ram a player into the nearest solid object, like a wall, which deals heavy damage on impact. Do not be in between him and this object, and a spot heal may be needed. In phase 2, Helix will jump to a random player. Instead of running around like a headless chicken, stay put and DPS him down. Still be mindful of the sticky bombs. With that boss down, continue through the mines, thrashing our way to the next door. Open it and place yourself behind the wall to line of sight the casters you had pulled. As the mobs are dying, head back to them. Jump over the railing and tank the ads one at a time. Take them down to 35%, then get a DPS to jump in to deal more damage. Or in this case, just gather them up as we DPS them down quick. And avoid standing near them as they self-destruct after 30 seconds while dealing fire damage every 3 seconds. This boss is more or less a take and spank. Move away from whirlwinds and don't get in his way during harvest. Head through the last corridor, ensure to make good use of the mining powder. To the left may lie a chest. At the end of the corridor, once again click the cannon to open the door, attracting a few mobs. You want to try and keep aggro on the parrots flying above, the heals will appreciate it. The key to not taking a swim is to watch the cannons on the ship. If you see a blast of gunpowder from them come your way, don't get caught standing in the blast area. Aid our members by taking out the mobs on the deck, and while we wait on those to catch up, head left around the ship to collect up a bit more XP. Now that everyone has caught up, let's loot. Taking the wooden ramp up a couple of levels, we want to kill the trash before pulling the boss. Tanks want to use any avoidance we can to stop Thirst of Blood to stack between each phase. Savage Defense as a druid. Rips now will charge at a random player, at which point they will be stunned for 2 seconds. At 75%, 50% and 25%, Rips now will vanish into the mist, where we will now have to kill ads quickly or they will do some serious damage if left unchecked. In the shadows of the ship's cabin lays in wait a free dinner for all that came. Captain Cookie is going to prepare us a fabulous meal. There are good food and there are bad food. The good food gives a DPS buff, where the bad food gives nature damage. Eating either also increases or decreases the buff or debuff. I would like to give my thanks to our priest there, great job healing and keeping up. And that is Deadmines in about 10 minutes. Players do get lost and they do get blown off, so be patient. Hope you enjoyed Pantherkitty's guide to Deadmines. Feel free to like or comment. Watch out for Pantherkitty's guide to Shadowfang Keep.